Well, it's just reflective of big city life. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I mean, I suppose I don't really want to bring it up, but I suppose you can't avoid talking about politics. You know, everyone knows that North Islington, or Islington is a Labour borough by origins and
Mm.
roots. North Islington has been represented by Jeremy Corbyn for years,
Mm-hmm.
um, and they know his politics. You know, as I said, this is a polling station. It's used as a surgery as well. You
Mm.
know. Now we're in a conservative government the last 3 terms or so, and there's been a liberal council in Islington, I think, for a while, and even still, I'm sure. But this is part of the issue, isn't it? You know, look at the Emirates Stadium. You know, complex and a half. Its neighbour in Tottenham, complex and a half, £1 billion stadium. I mean, come
So what do you think could be done
on. Well,
to balance up?
yeah. I think for the sake of repeating myself too much, I just think that
Mm.
people know the type of society we live in. You can't feel comfortable all the time with major money flowing in certain areas and homeless people in the streets or people with mental health issues struggling. You know, women's safety. I mean, come on now. Come on. And it's not, okay, again, going back to the community, if the community didn't care, what would we have? Anarchy. You know what I mean? If the community didn't give two hoots about who has and who doesn't have,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't be conducting this interview. Well, not with me anyway, because I wouldn't lie to you about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are quite, you know, important matters you're raising, and you're not a resident of the borough, so it's interesting from an outside perspective looking at what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm covering things, you know, I'm not socialising in a lot of the pubs and restaurants and places regularly to give you that side of
Mm-hmm.
social, because there's a whole heap of communities that have other, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
stories. So, you know, I'm speaking from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, inequality is always going to be there. No one denies that. Where's the money going? Who's pocketing it? You know, who's taking backhanders?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Who's criminalising certain people? So these are not new issues. You know, these are not, and this whole COVID lockdown, that just highlighted that you haven't got any sense of community. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in trouble. I mean, I'm going to mention our special project in the community not far from where we are, Sunnyside Community Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't mention that place, I wouldn't be doing justice to this interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you it and not even say it. When you go into it, you'll speak for itself. That is an initiative that shows that you can have all the billions of pounds. Yeah, you can have all the big personalities, but you can't find a quiet space like how we're having a conversation now,
Mm-hmm.
amongst all the noise. Then you're in trouble, isn't it? Because all they're talking about how mental health is now top of the agenda. You can't find a safe space to sit down in by yourself without worrying about someone interfering with you or coming to mug you or harass you or expose themselves to you or do whatever, sell you drugs, blah 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 blah. Then what sort of society is that? What sort of community is that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just walked 10 minutes from, not even 10 minutes from Archway, sat down here and we've been having a fantastic time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You didn't have to pay for anything. You just, and look how much activity's been going on since we've been here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it should be. But there's also another reality that we're supposed to be in cost of living crisis now. The economics has gone crazy. There's a war around the corner. Oh, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But come back to the community. You know, I heard that saying, and I like to hear these sayings. What does care in the community mean if the community doesn't care? Huh? Well, it's true.
I think you're absolutely right.
What does it mean? That's what those spoken word artists, those rappers break it down. Community, common unity. Common unity. You know what I mean? And I say that with a full stop because I think we say back in the Caribbean and Africa, it takes a whole village to raise a child. That is sacred. You understand? And if you want to talk about community, by extension of the village is what family is supposed to be, let alone community. Without that, there's no civilization, my friend. And anyone wants to say, well, it's like just a human thing. No, it's not. You look at the animal kingdom, family, communities, it's all part of the natural order. But we as human species that we are, we like to do things our own way. You know what I mean? But I've thoroughly enjoyed just being able to reflect upon this community that shaped me, allowed me to travel, allowed me to educate myself, you know, come back into it and have the privilege of being interviewed about it.